All right, so yesterday we talked about slope. What was slope? What was slope? Here's how steep a line was, right? Okay. Can a slope be positive?
Yes.
Can a slope be negative?
Yes.
Can a slope be zero?
Yes.
Can a slope be undefined?
Yes.
Remember, when you look at lines, you look from left to right, that's going up. Any slope up is positive.
Any slope down is
Any
negative.
slope down is negative. Any horizontal line is zero, and any vertical line is undefined. Okay? Everybody understand that? All right? We also talked about the equation to slope, which is
Rise over run.
slope, rise over run, yes, but the equation we used yesterday is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1, which is the change in y over the change in x. Okay? All right. What I need you to understand today is this. Every line in space has an equation. Okay? So let's take this line out here in space. That equation looks something like this. Y equals mx plus b. Everybody understand that? Y'all seen that before? Y equals mx plus b? Yes? Okay. Where's the slope located in y equals mx plus b?
By the, M.
By the x, which is the m. Okay? So m is still going to be slope in the equation. Always, always, always. If your equation isn't solved for y, you have to solve it for y. You need to understand that. Okay? All right. So here's what we're talking about today. Parallel slopes. Parallel slopes. Parallel lines and their slopes. Okay. These two lines are parallel to each other. Okay? And I know their slope is zero. Okay? Because they're horizontal. All right? What can you say about their slopes? Well, if their slopes are both zero, what are they? Are they equal, not equal, or whatever? They're equal to each other, right? So what I'm gonna say, anytime you have two parallel lines, their slopes are equal to each other. Okay? So slopes are slopes, and I'm gonna put M are equal. So I'll give you a for instance today. So let's say we have the equation y equals 3x plus 4. And that is a line. Okay? It's not graphed. That's fine. It doesn't have to be graphed. I know right now that what's my slope of this line?
3.
It's 3, right? It's whatever the number is with x. Okay? So my slope here is 3. Now, if I asked you to give me a slope of a line that's parallel to this one, what's the answer going to be? What is it? It's equal, right? So what's the slope of the line that's equal to that one? 3. Okay? That's it. You ever had something so easy you had a hard time with it? That's one of these things today. Okay? Slopes of parallel lines are equal. That's all you have to remember today. Okay? That's one thing. Second thing. Perpendicular lines. Perpendicular line slopes. Well, if parallels are equal, remember a perpendicular line does what? It crosses, it intersects, and it does what? It forms a 90-degree angle. Okay? So their slopes are not going to be equal to each other. Okay? Because parallel lines, slopes are equal. Perpendiculars are not equal. Okay? But to teach you this, what I got to do is this. How many of you have ever heard of the negative reciprocal? What's reciprocal mean? Anybody know what reciprocal means? All reciprocal means is this. Flip the fraction. That's all it means. So the reciprocal of 3/4 is what?
1/3.
4/3. The reciprocal of 2/3 is 3/2. The reciprocal of 2 is, no, it's not, it's 2/1 is that, you flip that, it becomes what? 1/2, okay? The reciprocal of 1/3 is what? 3/1, which is just plain old 3, okay? That means reciprocal. Well, when we talk about perpendicular lines and their slopes, their slopes are the negative reciprocal of one another. Write that down and I'll tell you what that means here in a second. Negative reciprocal. All that means is this: flip the slope and change the sign. That's all that means. Negative reciprocal means flip the slope and change the sign. Flip, slope, change, sign. So let's take this equation. Y equals 2/3 x plus 2. Find the slope of a line that is perpendicular to that line right there. Well, all I said was flip the slope. Flip the slope. Flip the slope. Flip the slope, which becomes what? 3/2, and change the sign. What's positive here? It becomes what? Negative. So a line that is perpendicular to this one has a slope of -3/2. And that's all you're doing today. Flipping and changing and keeping it the same. That's it. Is that hard? No, it's not hard at all, okay? All right, so let's do some examples and then I'll put you on your way. All right. Move over here. There we go. All right, here we go. We're going to find the slope that's parallel and perpendicular to the equation that I write down. All right, here we go. Number 1, y equals 2x plus 1. Parallel, what's it going to be? What's the slope that's parallel to that line right there? 2. Okay, perpendicular. What's the line? What's the slope of a line perpendicular? Well, what's 2 as a fraction?
1/2.
Now it's 2/1, which I flip it, it becomes what? This is 2/1, right? I flip it and change the sign, it becomes what? -1/2. Okay? Is that complicated? Let's do another one. You want to? Love to, Coach. Thank you. Number 2. Y equals -3/4 x plus 2. All right? Parallel. What's the slope of the line parallel? -3/4. Very good. What's the slope of a line perpendicular? Very good. +4/3. Piece of cake, man. Would you like to do another one? We'd love to, Coach. All right, thank you. Number 3. Here we go. This is where it gets maybe a little more complicated. 3x plus 2y equals 4. Uh-oh. X and Y on the same side, aren't they?
Yes.
For me to be able to quickly look at this, they can't be on the same side. So I need to put y by itself, okay? Don't panic, don't worry. Move x over here. How do you move x over here? You subtract it, right? -3x, right? Everybody with me? Watch. Okay? You with me? That's all I did. All right, and then do what to it? Well, how did I get rid of that 2? Divide it. Okay, that's all I gotta do, because now guess what? I got a number with x, don't I? That number right there is the slope. I ain't concerned about nothing else. Okay, so parallel, what's my slope gotta be?
Negative 3 over 2.
-3/2. Perpendicular, what's my slope gotta be?
Positive 2 over 3.
+2/3. Done. Would you like to do one more like that? Love to, Coach, thank you. All right. Man, y'all are right there with it on it.
That was funny.
X plus 5y equals 20. Again, X and Y are together.
So you
Got it.
add a 1 by the X, right?
Yeah, okay, so what I gotta get rid of? Gotta get rid of that 1x, right? Move it over there. So watch, how do I move that over there?
Minus.
I minused it.
They
Okay.
got divide
So now divide by 5, right?
Yes.
It's -1
Alright, so that's all I gotta do. I ain't gotta do anything else, cause now I know what my slope is. Right? So what's parallel gotta be?
-1 over 5.
-1/5. What's perpendicular gotta be?
5 over 1.
Very good, which is plain old what?
5.
5/1 becomes
five.
5. That's all we're doing today. Okay? Lastly, you're gonna be asked to compare two lines, whether they're parallel, perpendicular. Okay? And you're gonna be given 4 points. You might have to plug them into this. If they're the same slope, they're parallel. If they're negative reciprocals, they're perpendicular. And that's all we're doing today. Okay? Anybody have any questions? You're doing Unit 3, Day 6 today.